Today we're going to go ahead and replace the master cylinder on this 2004 Ford Ranger, and we're also going to go ahead and flush out the entire brake system because it is just disgusting. So let's get right into it. I'm going to go ahead and start by removing the connectors on the pressure sensor and also the fluid level sensor. I'm going to go ahead and loosen the flare nuts on the brake lines. I'm not going to take them out completely because I don't want this system to start leaking out everywhere, so I'm just going to loosen them out for now. And then I'm going to remove the two 14mm nuts that secure the master cylinder to the brake booster. I will say that there was nothing wrong with this master cylinder. I'm just replacing it because the customer insisted that I did so. So whatever the customer wants, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's why we're replacing this. It just really needed a flush. So now that the master cylinder is completely loose, I'm going to go ahead and remove the lines completely so that I can get the master cylinder out. As you can see inside the reservoir here, all this nasty sludge looking, that's what happens when you neglect your brake system and never flush out the fluid. You're supposed to flush the fluid every so often to prevent things like this from happening. So now I can go ahead and put the master cylinder on the workbench, remove the pressure sensor here. This is just for the cruise control, to deactivate the cruise control when you step on the brake. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it into the new one. So if you're doing this yourself, don't do what I just did right here. Add the fluid after you have your whole complete bench bleeding process set up. I thought I had everything squared away, and obviously I didn't, so I had to fumble around and have this thing leak everywhere. So don't do this. Go ahead and add the fluid after you have your little hoses and everything set up for brake bleeding. So using a screwdriver or appropriate tool, I just go ahead and put those hoses in there below the fluid level, and then I just slowly start to pump the piston in and out to get all these air bubbles out. So I want to bleed it as much as possible. I don't want no air in this master cylinder, and that way it's a lot easier and faster when I install it on the vehicle. This master cylinder in particular has a bleeder screw on the side. I didn't use it. I just did it the traditional way and got little hoses and did my thing there. So here I just popped the new master cylinder up against the brake booster and start putting the lines back in. Tighten them by hand or or get them started by hand as much as possible. You do not want to cross thread anything, because if you do, you're gonna have a bad day. Now we go ahead and wipe everything down, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the connectors back in place. Go ahead and get the two nuts back in there, tighten them down, and then ultimately just go ahead and tighten and secure the two lines. Okay, so if you're enjoying this so far, I ask that you please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and consider watching other videos in the channel, as that helps me out a lot. After everything is done, I go ahead and spray it down with some brake parts cleaner. And now we go to the flushing process. Now I always start from the rear right wheel. You want to check your service information. They may be different, but as a general rule of thumb, you always start from the furthest from the master cylinder, which is the rear passenger side. Then you move over to the rear driver side, front passenger, and then front driver side to finish it off. So what I'm using here is just a simple setup with a little rubber hose and a bottle. In this case is a Gatorade bottle. And I just go ahead and connect it and pump out the brake system, and just continue doing that until the fluid comes nice and clean. You're going to do this in all four corners, rinse and repeat until everything is nice and clean. Just in case you're wondering, the reason I'm doing the voiceover on this video is because I have the swamp coolers going in the back, so it's very noisy. It's just unbearable to work down here in South Florida without it. So it's just horrible, horrible, horrible. So if you're going through this heat as well, stay cool, my friends. Well, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I ask that you please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Drop a comment, let me know what you think, and hopefully we'll catch you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.